when you see a show like Two Dope Queens, what makes you think that it works?
Why does it work? Well, what I find really catchy about them is that they're really charismatic, and they're just the show, or just they're dynamic.
Okay, I like dynamic. How about they are
the connection between those two? Yeah, it works really well, and the thing is, you don't find that with everyone.
I'm trying to get you to dig deeper into dynamic. They are dynamic, which means they're not static.
Yeah.
They
move around.
They
do
switch
things.
out the show.
Yeah, they switch out backgrounds. They
themes.
switch out every show. There's a different theme.
The outfits are different.
The outfits are different.
Bold with their outfits.
They are. They're every single outfit. They that's part of the show. At the very beginning of the show, they're just like, tell me about your outfit. So.
It's on purpose.
Yeah.
Compare that to Ellen DeGeneres, or compare that to.
Yeah, because it's not important. I think they're doing the things that are important to people that are our age, basically.
Pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture. They're focusing on the millennials.
And they're doing a damn good job at it.
They're doing a really good job. And the thing is, I think the biggest part about why this works is the chemistry between the two. They're really good, and they're funny with each other. They can go.
They complement.
Yeah, they complement each other so well. Because you can have a great personality and be really charismatic, but if you're not around the right person that's going to bring that out of you, then no one's going to see that, and it's not going to be a fun show.
Just like, I think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson works well with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, they work really well with each other.
Their size, the way they banter, it works.
Same thing with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the other dude, Jason Statham, in that the whole Fast and Furious franchise and the Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
They do really well together. Yeah, and then.
Well, both of them, they do well with anybody. They're really good actors.
Yeah, they're really good actors, but there are certain teams that, like, when they're working together, they do really, really well.
So yeah, back to those two girls. They have good chemistry. They're patient with each other. They pay attention to each other, so that if someone is falling, the energy is falling, the other one picks up.
Yeah.
They compliment each other's jokes. They don't let each other down. Like sometimes if one person's joke falls flat, the other one helps them pick it back up. It works well, and you can see it on the screen. It translates.
Yeah, it is. Like, the whole show is very positive, and it's hilarious. And also, they're not so dainty. They're very real. And, like, the things that they talk about are very real. When they get all weird with their, feminine parts, and...
Right,
you know what I mean?
that's daring.
And they're...
Very
yes,
bold.
it's very bold, and... it's like, I guess, some people would say, oh, that's so brave. But, the older generation was not that open. They're very open and transparent. Like, yes, we have bodies, and they do these weird things, and it's fine to make fun of it sometimes. Like, other people, in older generations, it's like, oh, no, we don't use those words. So they're just very raw.
They represent, so these two girls.
They represent normal girls.
These two girls have, they choose their stories well. And just when you think that they haven't gotten any more transparent, they take it even further. I thought when they talked about period and all of that stuff, how they got their first period and that experience, I thought that was great. But then they took it even further to when they had, what did she say, she had to poop or something like that. There was something she said, it's completely escaping that. She took it even further. So it made me realize that they represent millennials.
Real people.
Very well.
Yeah, representing millennials very well, because that's the thing now. Like, people want to just show the raw truth. Like, expose the raw truth of people in Hollywood.
Exactly. Just be as transparent as you can. There's no need for masks.
Yeah, there's no need for masks. But, like, the old way of doing things, especially for women, it's like you're supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to look a certain way, and you're not supposed to fart or go poop or talk about periods or any kind of thing like that. But the thing is, that's still part of everyday life. Every person poops and does things like that. So why do we have to shame ourselves and be all really quiet about it and act like we don't do anything like that? Because it's gonna make us unappealing.
It is kind of silly.
So I like that, I know in the millennial generation is really kind of like, it's always against hiding that. I feel like let's just be open, so I like that they're doing that.
Yeah, even for me, I would consider myself at the bridge.
You're kind of at the cusp. You're a little bit like old school, but at the same time you're like, let's be free, but you're like not that free. We're not talking about periods and food.
I'm still adjusting to it because it's not what I'm used to. Right. So when I see a young girl in her early 20s announce to me, man, I just took one of the bomb ass shit and it stinks. You better not go in there. It jars me because I've never seen anything.
Oh God!
I've never seen a girl that talk about poop so easily.
Yeah.
But this is the world. This is the new age now. This is where we are.
Being open and all that. I mean, yeah, I get that because even I feel like that. Like, oh, we don't need to talk about poop, but yeah.
It's silly that we're hiding it.
It is silly that we're hiding it. But even I feel like I tend to hide it. Like, I still, period stuff, I still try to, I'm a little bit more open. I'm still pretty shy.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, yeah, I know.
I don't know why you're shy about it.
Usually people say that word, I'm just like, oh God. I need an adult. I'm not supposed to be hearing this.
Yeah, so we have to adjust now and accept this new transparency.
Yeah.
It's called rugged transparency.
Just be real about our lives.
Just say it as it is.
We don't need to hide anything.
In the future, I think we're all gonna be fused. The genders are gonna be fused, whether we're man or woman. We're gonna be more in connection. Men are gonna be more connection with their femininity, and women are gonna be more in connection with their masculinity. We're gonna fuse into one, and being in one is exactly where we need to be happy, or for there to be more peace. But when that duality exists, the man and the woman, there's always that clash that's happening, that's opposing egos. So in the future,
thank you. What in the world?
The future will see a fusion of genders. I think it's already.
Wow.
You can see it happening.
I feel like you changed so much.
You can already see it happen, just watching that Asian comedian, gay Asian. Okay, first of all, the tall, dark gay guy, just uniquality in owning up to himself.
I've been aggressively gay this year.
That shit was scary
wonderful.
for me because
I loved it so much
because of how bold it was.
Yeah,
it was unapologetically bold.
You may have noticed by my outfit, I have been aggressively gay this year.
And it was so great that he speaks so well too. He's polished. He's not hood.
Yeah.
And if you pay close attention, you can also notice his weaknesses too. It's not perfect.
Right.
There's a flaw to him because
he wobbled
here and there, and I feel like he skipped his lines or something. but he was also brave in the face of it. That shit is just wild to me. And the black, the shades, the height, the whole thing. It's a representation of man, woman fused in one. Perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. That's why I said it, like, culture and civilization has bred us to be this different. This, if you're a man, you have to be like completely on one side or extreme, like completely
rugged and
just way too far to the right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for the women, too soft. Like everything is all about the feminine side. But we're all created with both.
Yeah.
And there should be a balance, not the extremes. And I think that we're slowly, over time, we're gonna come back to that place. And I liken it to a movie like a lot of these futuristic movies, where you see, like androgens, androgynous people who are neither man or woman. Or their
what movie are you referring to? A specific movie?
Yeah, but I can't recall it now. I think it was called Axion or something like that. It was like in the previous decade. It was a really good movie, but they were. Presidential candidate that's openly gay, and there was no backlash. I remember when it was almost like a taboo that you even talked about being gay.
You're right.
If you mentioned the fact that you were gay, it was like almost
like in the 90s.
Yeah,
that would not have been able to be possible. If in the 90s, if Buttigieg was running for president, he would have had to fake straight.
Of course, because the
He would have
sky
had
would
to
turn red.
have like a deal with some woman and be like, you can play my way.
Which I'm sure a lot of politicians have to do.
I'm sure. Yeah.
A lot of them are gay, but they can't seem to say it.
Well, I mean, now it's fine, but...
But now it's completely okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, throughout his campaign, no one questioned his validity.
Right.
We're a Christian nation. We don't allow them kind of people trying to be our president.
I'm
None
sure
of that
people
came
have
up.
said that in their home.
But it was we didn't hear it.
But yeah.
It wasn't the public sentiment, and
Right.
that's my point. We're moving in that direction, or we're already there.
Yeah, we're there now.
So, my preference might be to just cling to my roots, to my traditions, to my what I'm used to, which is man and woman, and that's it. But it's like an old woman refusing to use the smartphone and saying it's flip phone or nothing.
You're right.
It's flip phone or nothing else. Everyone's moving on. We don't care.
I mean, you can either stay here and stay behind.
You can come along or you can stay behind.
Grow with the rest of the world.
That's precisely my point. So I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
At least I understand that, and I'm bold enough to articulate it. There's some people who share what I just said, but would not say it.
Right.
Feel like maybe a slight to their, to themselves or to how they're seen or their masculinity. It's not.
Right. Yeah, it isn't at all.
We can all live and let live. In this life we were meant to commune with each other, fellowship with each other, and that translates to harmony, enjoyment, and that's what we should be striving for. It's not easy because there are challenges. It seems like the world is made up of evil beings who are hell-bent on making this place a hell.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually... I think that we have the power to control that, to create a world that's peaceful, harmonious,
I think so.
where everyone has everything that they need, and a utopia.
We have to collectively agree on that.
It starts with 2, 3, 4, with 2 or more. It says 2 or more are gathered in my name. I am there. So, just 2 people, just you and I. That's all it takes to create a space where peace can reign, where we can bathe in that. It's like a river. It just takes 2 of us to create that space. And then the more people that we can, shooting fireworks.
I don't even see them.
I saw the
Saw one?
yeah, one came up a little high enough outside.
Oh, okay. Cool. Number 1.
An odd day to find fireworks.
Yeah, a month later.